to my channel. Today I'm finally doing my second trimester recap video. I am well into my third trimester and I've been putting off doing this video because I'm tired, I'm out of breath all the time, and I just haven't felt like doing a video or taking pictures, or I just am tired all the time, which is a symptom of my third trimester, which I will make a video of my third trimester, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is all about my second trimester. Right now I am 33 weeks, so I have like 6 to 8 weeks left of my pregnancy, and I just can't believe it. Last night I was telling David that I can't believe in like a month and a half we're going to meet our baby boy. So just crazy, but let's get into the second trimester recap. Okay, this was so long ago, I feel like that it's going to be hard for me to remember. I do have notes, thankfully, but yeah, I do feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to remember like how I felt in my second trimester. I do remember like, okay, starting to feel better around like 12, 13 weeks, not feeling as nauseous, not feeling as tired. I did hear that in your second trimester you feel more like yourself and you don't feel as tired. I, through all of pregnancy, pretty much felt tired and like I needed a good nap all the time. But I will say that I was able to start like working out again in my second trimester, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But from weeks 9 through 11, something that I started to feel, which was like really random, that I wasn't expecting about pregnancy, was like random shoots of pain through like one butt cheek. I know it's like too much information, but I remember the first time it happened. I was walking through Target. It was on a trip home. I was walking through Target and all of a sudden I had like this cramp up like the back of my thigh, only on one side, and I could barely walk. And that's when all of my leg cramps basically started, and since then I just have random leg cramps, and I never knew that that was a symptom of pregnancy. And so, sorry, by the way, I'm out of breath. I'm going to be out of breath this whole video. But yeah, I never knew that that was like a symptom of pregnancy. And in my second trimester especially is when I started to get a lot of different leg cramps, feet cramps, hip cramps, like all of the cramps. So if you're pregnant and you don't know about that, just be aware you might get leg cramps, and it is because of the increase of weight that you're putting on, is what my doctor has told me at least, and that it's very normal. So yippee, we get to have leg cramps. Between weeks 11 and 13, I could feel my muscles contracting differently, which ties into the cramping, but I felt very like, also the muscles like in my abdomen, I could feel them contracting. I could feel them contracting differently, and recently I have seen it's because your uterus is growing, and so you feel like this stretching down like in your abdomen, and the best way to put it is it's like a twinge that you feel. But I could feel that. I still get moments where I feel just like different cramps in my abdomen. I did notice that I was smellier than usual. In my old Wives' Tales video, I talked about like the smelling issue, and that I think that was like a sign that you're having a boy, maybe. And now I definitely do notice that I just sweat more, I stink more, and that really started in pregnancy, and mostly in my second trimester is when I really started to feel like I was smelling more, and I needed like daily showers, sometimes 2 showers a day, because I would wake up just like sweating and gross, and then during the day I was sweating and gross. So lots of showers happening right now. Throughout weeks 15, 16, 17, I noticed an increase in my appetite, and I just wanted to eat a lot. And I think part of it was like I just was using my pregnancy as well. But I felt also that I, like, especially at dinner time, I wanted like seconds and thirds. Like I felt like I was eating quite a lot. So an increase in my appetite was definitely a thing that happened in my second trimester. And week 19 is when I finally felt him move. I had been like seeing online or like in my baby books that I would probably feel him at week 15. And there, like week 15, 16, 17, 18 were going by, and I'm like, why don't I feel him? I just don't know what I'm feeling for. And finally at week 19, I felt him. For me, what it felt like was when you have like gas bubbles in your tummy, and none of the bubbles were like passing through, and it just felt like bubbles in my stomach. And I realized like, oh my gosh, that's him. And so that was the first time I felt him move. Some things that also I noticed in my second trimester, like I said, I was able to start working out, and I really tried to push myself to work out because I wanted to prepare my body for labor, and I heard that it helps with a lot of just like the different things that your body is feeling, and I definitely felt that that was true. For me, working out has been a huge help. One, I walk Luna a lot, and that helps just getting my body moving. And then when I went to actually work out in the gym, I felt a huge release in my muscles, in my leg muscles, my hip muscles, and even just working out 2 times a week has helped my body feel more normal as it's changing and it's hurting. So working out definitely helps to make your body feel a little bit normal and less painful. Another symptom that started to happen a lot in second trimester, which I've mentioned before, and you can tell during this video, is I'm out of breath all of the time. Like, just talking this much makes me out of breath. Doing one small task like knocks the wind out of me. Climbing upstairs is horrible and really hard. Things just in your second trimester start to get harder, and you start to notice like, okay, like I'm not the same girl, and things are affecting me a lot differently. So being out of breath is one of those things. Something else that I noticed in my second trimester, and still today because I keep getting bigger, is that clothes started to feel like I was suffocating in my clothes. Even if I wasn't wearing anything necessarily tight, I just felt like I just want to get all these clothes off of me. And so I started to just dress in a lot of looser clothing, and that's kind of difficult to do because like the pregnancy jeans, they have that wrap that goes like above your belly, and that feels suffocating. Like anything that is tight or like putting pressure on your body just feels disgusting and makes you feel like you're suffocating. So that's something that I noticed. And this was happening in my first trimester as well, but I didn't realize that it was a pregnancy symptom until my second trimester, which was congestion and bloody noses. So one day I looked up if congestion was a symptom of pregnancy, and at least the website that I looked at said that it is one of the most common symptoms of pregnancy, and I've never heard of this symptom before, so I was very shocked to read that it was one of the most common. But ever since I basically found out I was pregnant, I have felt like I had bad allergies. So I would wake up with a congested nose, go to sleep with a congestion, and I just found I was blowing my nose all the time, and I was always having bloody noses, and when I blew my nose, there was like blood. So those are two symptoms that are common in pregnancy, and I noticed most of my congestion and bloody noses happened within my second trimester. What I read is because of an increase in different hormones is what causes the bloody noses, and that's why I don't know if like anyone else who is pregnant out there, you notice that you bruise very easily. That's another thing that I noticed, is that I bruise very easily during pregnancy, and it's because the hormones are affecting your blood differently. So yes, definitely a weird symptom that I noticed, especially in second trimester, is bloody noses and congestion. But now I'm in my third trimester. This trimester I feel is like kicking my butt a little bit. My first trimester was difficult too, but they say that your first and your third are the hardest, and I'm finding that to be very true. I will update you guys all about third trimester in that video, but I will give you guys all a little bump date before I end this video. The bump is huge. Again, I am 33 weeks, and we're almost at the end of this journey, but here is the belly so far. So the belly is huge, the baby is huge, and my body is definitely starting to become uncomfortable. But like I said, I will update you guys all about the third trimester in that video, and that's when we will also have baby here. So I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to just get this baby out and have him here with us, and it's going to be awesome. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on anything that is coming up, and thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!